If you want your videos to have subtitles like these on them, you've come to the right place. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you are brand new here, hit that subscribe button down below. My name is Enrico Incarnati and I help fitness businesses grow their attention and audience online using video. Today, I'm going to teach you how to create the exact subtitles that you see here on Reels, on TikTok that get a lot of engagement and that are great for making content. Without further delay, let's get right into it. So for this video, I'm going to be teaching you exactly how I create these captions using my MacBook Pro, and for this video, I use Final Cut Pro. I prefer using Final Cut Pro because it's a lot easier for me to use and it's super simple to learn. Let's jump right in. This video was from a few days ago, so I'm going to show you the exact timeline that I have, some importing settings, some exporting settings, so you can get the highest quality video possible. First thing that I like to do is make sure that my project file is in the exact settings. Make sure it's in the exact crop. Now for vertical video, you want to make sure it's in 1080 by 1920 format. To make sure that I have this, all I do is click modify here on the project right up at the top right, and then I go to video and I select vertical. Make sure that the resolution is 1080 by 1920. Keep this in mind because it's super important. If you do select the 2160 by 3840, Instagram and TikTok do not recognize 4K videos, so your video will be pixelated. I have this TikTok safe area template. I highly recommend you get one. What you're gonna see is it'll be a template around the screen so you don't interfere with any of the like button, the comment, the shares, any of the other features that are on Reels or TikTok. That way you can make sure your text is within the frame. First thing that I always do is I always edit my footage so I know exactly what I'm gonna be captioning to. Then what I do is I add this safe area template right over the footage so it acts as an overlay. Now it's time to add our text. What I'll do here is I'll go to the top here on titles, and what I like to search for is custom. I'll bring custom down here and you just drag it right over the top of that. Now for the sake of this video, I actually have it written out right here for you. This is also super important because a lot of people ask, what kind of font is that people are using on Reels, on TikTok? Where do I get this font? The exact font, and there are two fonts that most people would use. It is Montserrat, and it is typically extra bold. So Montserrat right here with the extra bold format, or it is gonna be the bold font, which is preferably what a lot of people like to use. So the bold font or Montserrat extra bold. By the way, if that tip alone just helped you with knowing what kind of font to use, make sure to drop a like on the video. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna select the actual size of the font. This is gonna totally depend on what you want. I like to have a 45-point font because for me, it allows just enough room, and I like to edit in 2 lines of text. I don't like to go 3 or 4 lines. I like to have 1 line and 1 line underneath. It's a lot cleaner of a look. Now for the next part of the text, and this is super important. I come down here on the right-hand side of my settings. I make sure I have the face set to white and the outline is set to black color. The blur I have set to a 5 and the width I have set to a 6. This is where you'll see the text have a black outline and a little bit of a blur as if it's glowing, just to make it stand out more and pop more. The other thing I'll do is I'll have the drop shadow turned on here to 100% opacity, again, making sure it's black color with a 2 blur and a 5 distance. Now the next simple part for you to do, and this may take a little bit, is to edit it out all by hand on the timeline for the length of your video. Once you have that set, here's where we can do some fun stuff. Let's say you want to add an emoji. Again, I am using a Mac computer, an Apple product, so whenever I want to add an emoji, all I'm going to do is hit the FN key or the function key at the bottom left of your keyboard, and that's going to pull up this right here, which is a character viewer keyboard, and whatever emoji I want to select, let's say for example I want to use the thumbs up emoji, all I will do is select it and drag it right over here on the timeline, and it'll auto-populate right there. Now, if I wanna make sure it's spaced out from the sun, I will just hit space so it looks a little bit cleaner. Now, let's say you wanna rotate the text. Come up here to the top, and you're gonna change the rotation. Let's say you want it at 3 degrees, maybe even -3. That's exactly how you do that. Now let's say you want to add some color to the text. You're going to come over here to this part and you're going to go all the way down. Again, make sure your text is highlighted here. You're going to go down to the face and we're going to change the face color to whatever you want. Let's say it's a yellow. Let's say you want it to be green. Let's say you want it to be a blue. You want it to be a red. Whatever you want, you can change and customize the exact color of the font that you'd like. Once it's all edited and everything, what you're gonna wanna do is disable this template because otherwise you will export it with it and it's not a clean look. All you need to do is hit the key V. So for example, I'm gonna show you again. V right here again. It disables that and it takes it away. Now let's say we wanna export. An export shortcut for you, by the way, is Command E on Mac. So I'm gonna hit Command E and it's gonna pull up my export settings. This is super important too. Go to settings and you want to make sure that the format is for computer. Most people do video and audio and it's just too much space. Most people like to do also Apple devices. I'm not a big fan of that. I'm a bigger fan of the format for computer publishing specific. I also want to make sure the video codec is for better quality and make sure the resolution is 1080 by 1920. All I have to do then is hit next, give it a name, and I'm ready to go. Another question you might have is, how do I get my video from my Mac to my phone? Simply just airdrop it to yourself. And now you're ready to post a high quality video on social media for TikTok and Reels and maybe even YouTube Shorts. Hopefully this video was helpful for you. If you did enjoy it, let me know by hitting the like button down below, and let me know in the comments if you do have any other questions. Again, I will leave all the information that I talked about in this video, from the font, from the shortcuts, to anything and everything that you might have questions on, in the description below. I will have the template as well, so you can edit perfectly within the guidelines of Reels and TikTok. That will be linked in the description as well. And if you're someone who does struggle with making video content and you want to get better at TikTok, Reels, YouTube, and just this whole video content thing, I actually have an entire free Facebook group that is dedicated to people like you who want to get better at making videos, grow their audience, get more attention, get more leads. I will leave the link to join the group in the description below. Come hang, I want to see you there. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next video.